Yes. Yes. If, let's say, no one came, what confuses you most about money that you wish you could figure out?
When do you know that money is enough? And when do you know that you need to make more money? Is money ever going to be enough? It's like a cycle that we're endlessly living in.
I thought fixing your finances or being in a better financial place has something to do with hard work. I don't think like that right now. Hard work is needed in your success, but it's not the only raw material.
Bill Gates, he still wakes up every morning to make money.
True.
And he's like rich. I am not Bill Gates, but I also have to wake up every morning to find a way to make money. So does the cycle ever end?
The gap between rich people and broke people, you find broke people, they are showing up every day, they are putting in the work.
Yes.
But really the harvest is small. The rich people, they are working days. Elon Musk, he literally doubles his net worth.
We have people on social media that make it seem like money is the ultimate goal. If you don't have money, you don't have life. Yes. Yes. Hi everyone, welcome to GenZFinances. This is a podcast where we talk about real money, real stories with real people, no filters at all. So today I'm joined by a few wonderful people that are behind this podcast, and I'll allow them to introduce themselves so that we can get to know them.
Thank you so much. I'm called Job Raymond, a Gen Z, of course. Yeah, and I'm happy to be here and to be part of this. Okay, thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Michelle, and I'm happy to be part of this podcast. Maybe a little bit of introduction. I'm a university student, Makerere University. Won't mention the degree, but yeah, I'm also a Christian. I love God, and I'd say I love money. So glad to be here, glad to be part of this podcast, and I look forward to working with you guys. And yeah, thank you.
All right. Raymond, you didn't give us an intro. So
Okay.
Who is Raymond?
Okay, Raymond is a young gentleman of strong will, open-minded, creative, and above all, empathetic. Yes.
Wow.
Big words.
Big words indeed. I'm your host, Priscilla, once again. I am a creative. I love to create. I love to impact people. And that's why we are here today. And most of all, I'm a Christian. And today we're going to be talking about money. But we're talking about money in a sense that not very many people speak about it, right? So we here are Gen Zs, and we feel that for the different topics that exist about money, we feel that there is a specific part of it that is lacking. And so we come here and we'll invite so many people to talk about money, but from a perspective that a Gen Z can actually understand. So getting straight into it, I want to ask you guys, have you guys seen people online that make so much money, but we never really get to know how they're making it? And I would like to know what you guys think about that in particular.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I think there are people making money online, but they are all in different ways. I think there are people who are pretending to be making money from online till they get the money.
Okay.
Then there are people who have money from other sources and want to show us that they get the money from online.
True.
So as maybe to make more money. And then there are people who are actually making money online. So it wouldn't be like people are just making money online. Every person you see online, they have different stories about how they make their money. And and fortunately, of course, there are people who make the money and are not willing to share the way they get the money.
Sure.
Unfortunately, I'm not part of those. Yeah, I would prefer my steps documented. We want to impact.
Sure.
I know that maybe for someone who doesn't know, we all want to impact where we're from. So I think if I documented the steps of how I'm going to make my money or how I make the less money I have. It will help someone who is in a worse position than me, or maybe at the same position as me, to grow.
Right.
Yeah, so that's it. But people are making money online.
True. Michelle, what do you think about people that make money online?
I have a lot. I have a lot to say. So first and foremost, people, involve us in your money-making schemes online. Kindly feel free to reach out to us. But also, I'm inspired by some people that are making money online, most especially people that are getting clean money. I'm not saying there's dirty money or anything, but like people that are getting clean money, people my age that have started up businesses. I really want to know how the idea came out. How long has it been? When did you know that, this is the time for me to start a business for myself? Because I feel like this is information a lot of us want to know. And I think many people want to know how you people are doing it. Aside from, the people that are showing us money, we don't even know where your money is coming from, but we're glad you're enjoying it. So please involve me still. But yeah, there's a lot of money online. And I guess the real question is, how are you guys making this money? How are you getting it? How are you able to manage it? How are you able to have money each and every day to sustain yourself in school, outside school? Yeah, I guess that's my biggest question about the whole online money.
Okay. So from what you guys are sharing, I think I get there are 3 categories of people. The ones that are making the money, the ones that are pretending to make the money, and then the ones that are not making the money, right? So from the general perspective around Gen Zs and how I would say millennials or other people perceive Gen Zs, I believe we are sort of categorized as the most unproductive or unserious generation, right? And when it comes to money, I would say it's the same kind of mindset, right? But why do you guys think that our generation struggles with money? Why do you guys think that is?
I think the Gen Z generation was not a survivor generation. I'm not saying it's easy for every Gen Z, but a larger percentage, most Gen Zs, the life they grew up in, the life they faced was a little bit easier than the generation of their parents.
True.
So as you know, people, tough times
Never last.
never last, but still tough times create strong men.
Yeah.
True.
And strong men create simple times, then simple times create what I may say, weak men.
Yeah.
So now, why we struggle with money, first of all, is on how we're raised. Then secondly, on, money is based on, this is my personal perspective, yeah?
Very much so.
It's more of a principle of sowing and harvesting. You understand?
Yeah.
So most of us, I'm not generalizing, most of us have got the money from the parents, So it's not from that principle of I invested this and got this. You understand?
Yes.
Not hard earned
Yeah, it's not like you had earned money.
Yeah.
And you realize that when you actually start working for your money, by the way.
True. Very true.
When even if they're not giving you so much money, but if the money they are giving you is sustaining you,
Something.
yeah, for some, you don't know how, but the moment you go in the outside world and look for your money, trust me, you're going to learn how to budget for it.
Sure.
So why most people think we struggle with money is it's because of what I've said. Most people have got the money from their parents and guardians.
True.
Yeah. So now, if it comes easily, it's easy for you. If you go and they tip you 1 million or even 500, it's easy for you to go and spend the money. But if you work, even if no matter how the job might be easy or what, but if you go and work for it, you will probably know how to
manage it.
Yeah, and most of the Gen Z are not working
True.
Yeah, that's true, eh?
Yeah.
So that reflects what I'm saying. Yeah, I think that's the reason.
All right. What do you think?
Okay, so me, I'm going to personalize it. I'm
Yes.
not going to speak for everyone else. I'm going to speak for myself. I think why I struggle with money. I'd say I have this mindset of money will always come back. I don't know how.
Yes.
I don't know when. But when I'm spending money, I have it at the back of my mind that money is always going to come back. And I also I go for the whole if I perish, I perish.
Such a Gen Z thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
if I perish,
so if I perish, I
You're
perish.
doing it for the plot.
Yeah, for the plot, things like that.
Yeah.
And I have this thought at the back of my mind that, I didn't have this money before. So I was surviving. So even if I spend it, I'm still going to find a way to survive. And I know it's not a very smart decision, or it's not a very smart mindset. And obviously would want someone to offer me some guidance. But for now, I would like to say that that's the reason why I struggle with money. I don't know about the rest of you, but personally, I would like to say that is why, because I always believe money is going to come back. It's going to find a way. And also, I believe that money has to be spent for money to come back. I don't know.
Okay.
Because you're not going
Opinions.
to add water to a bucket that already has water. So it has to be empty for you to have more. Yeah. So that's just my mindset. And with time, I realized that you need to start making wiser decisions, because you're going to reach a time where you need money consistently to sustain your life outside school, because there are times when you're not going to rely on your parents, or you're not going to rely on your siblings, or I don't know, any other source of money that you have that is not maybe business. Like he said, it's easier to spend someone else's money. And it's very, very hard to spend your own money. Even when we were in school, boarding school, you'd find that you'd not spend your pocket money recklessly.
True.
But if you got money from a success card or a competition or something, you'd house all your friends. So yeah, I'd say that those are one of the reasons why I feel like I struggle with money, because I think money will always come back. It's not a bad mindset, but it's also not very, very wise. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I think generation struggles with money. I think I agree with all of what you've said. From the perspective of not making the money, right? Yes, that contributes to it. But I feel that even when we make the money as Gen Zs, we still struggle with it, right? And from my opinion, I feel that times have changed so much, right? In the sense that before, when the generations before, when you would earn money, it would be specifically for the needs, right? For example, if I'm to give an example, someone that's 50 years old right now, when they were 20 and they earned their first salary, they will be thinking, I need a house, I need education, I have siblings to take care of, right? But in our generation, there is so much marketing that is done to us. For example, even if I received my salary, I know that you're going to have to think, if it's a girl, you're going to think about nails, hair, going out, there's a lot. For the guys, you're going to think about, I'm going to upgrade my wardrobe. I'm going to go out with the guys. I'm going to upgrade my phone. If the new iPhone is out, you're thinking all of these things.
Our priorities are different.
Exactly. And our priorities have shifted so much in the times that we are in. But then I don't think how money is maybe handled or how people earn has changed over time to accommodate how things have actually changed around different people and the different times that we're living in. So for me, that's why I think mostly we struggle. But then also there's a part of a lack of knowledge, right? For example, if I could ask what knowledge do you think you would love to have about finances that as a generation we have not been able to have? What would you like to know maybe a few years ago before you've reached where you are, or just general knowledge that maybe you think would be helpful if it was actually given out like that?
I wouldn't exactly say budgeting, like on the dot budgeting, but I feel like I would want someone to tell me that, you know, when you get your money, do not just spend it recklessly. Like, have priorities, have like a list of things that you want, and assign the money to these different things, so that yes, you're spending your money, but you're not spending it recklessly. Like, let me give you an example. I would say, like, if you're buying something, don't buy something that is going to perish. Like, buy something durable, so that you're like, okay, when I had this money, this is what I bought, and it's something that something that is going to last for like a very long time. Not like food or like buying drinks or going out is good. I mean, you create the memories, but that money you could have invested it somewhere and gotten like more money to sustain you at, like, Naomi, who is at university, to take you through university, rather than just spending it recklessly. So I feel like the knowledge I needed was someone to teach me how to spend the money, because I feel like sometimes you can get a huge amount of money and you don't even know how you've spent the money, and the money has gone. The money has gone, and you realize, like, on a random Sunday evening, you're like, wait a minute, I had a lot, where did it go? And you realize you didn't do anything productive in it. But if someone had told me, you know, when you get a big amount, at least do this for yourself. You can spend the rest of the money, but make sure you do this for yourself. So at least when that thought comes and you're like, oh, at least, okay, I invested in this, I opened up like a unit trust, or I started a business, or I invested in someone's business, and I'll be getting like a bit of profit from whatever sales that they make. So I feel like I needed someone to teach me how to spend money wisely.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Raymond?
Thank you so much. Me personally, I think what I needed most was who and who not to listen to.
Oh, wow.
You understand, eh?
I relate to that so much.
Because we've seen very many scenarios. Someone comes, he tells you this, especially us as Gen Zs, as you, we're always on the internet, we are always... so someone comes, tells you, or sells a business idea to you.
Yes.
Somehow, most people, you find you're the product. Someone is telling me how they made their money, how you need to bring in this amount of money, and you're going to make this. Yes, I think I really needed that. And what I would need, I don't know if I need that from anyone, but I would need like someone maybe because there are very many people who are being misled. They tell you, come and do this, come and do this. We are making money out of it. Someone is, I have no bad energy against Forex trading or what. Someone is telling you he's a Forex trader, and he tells you he's making, let's say, $2,000 in a day. But again, when they want to teach you, they want you to, I'm not saying they should teach you for free, but they want money, like huge sums of money
They're
from
charging you the same money they are making.
And the worst scenario is, sometimes he wants, like, let's say $100, then you'll be like, this guy is making like 2K. Why wouldn't you just give me the I understand. So you realize, or someone is the so-called gurus is teaching about how to invest into something, how to do what. But you find, okay, some people actually have pure intention that they want to help you out, but some other people, you are the product, and you find everything he's teaching you about is just to grab your attention, so that you pay him for the attention, and he makes money about that. So me, I wish, I would want to know at least, how do I trust this person? You understand? How do I say, okay, this source is legit? You understand?
This is not legit.
Yeah, that's it. But that's it.
Please, maybe to add something else. I also feel like right now, even back in the day, like I needed, clear steps, not clear steps, I would say, but also authenticity in how people make money. Yes, we should stop this whole, if you do these steps, you're going to make money. please, like, break it down for me. Tell me I tried this step and it didn't fail. So I switched it up like this, and this is how it helped.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we are listening to the likes of Bill Gates, the likes of Elon Musk, but they're giving us the story on the internet.
True.
Right? We're fed the story. The stories are not inspiring, because, I mean, if they were, all of us would be like Bill
We'll be
Gates
like them,
or like
exactly,
Elon,
yeah.
but they are not inspiring at all. It's just like a draft. It's like it's drafted by AI. Everyone knows the same story about Bill Gates. Everyone knows the same story about Elon Musk. But we need people to give us the raw stories. You know, that I tried my business and it didn't work in the first 3 years. Then I went back, I sat down, I realized that this is what I had done wrong.
True.
So I went back and I fixed this. Some people should tell us why they started such businesses, because I feel like we're just seeing businesses emerging out of nowhere. We don't know what inspired you to do this business. I feel like we need
Honesty.
yes, honesty,
Raw
and
unfiltered honesty.
thank you, because I don't know if I don't know if I'm speaking for the whole of the Gen Z
I think
generation.
that's what this podcast is about.
Yes,
that we
but
are
we
trying to
need-
get people to be raw and honest and give us actual steps of how to actually get the money.
Yeah. So to add on what you said and what I said, and like people usually miss like very important information when they're telling us about their stories. You're going to find out Elon Musk, his parents owned a gold mine in South Africa.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're going to find out like Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
No offense, by the way.
Yeah, no
to these
offense, no offense.
It's
But,
okay
yeah,
to be
you're going
rich, but like,
you're going
give
to
us
find
the
out
details.
the parents of Zuckerberg. One of them was a very big legislator, and another one was a doctor. Or
He
beyond
was in
that,
a good university.
yeah, they were.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I think people want to make it be like scratch. I'm not saying you can't make it from scratch, but if you make like, don't undermine the opportunities you had. You understand? Tell us your steps, everything, so that we can also learn.
Yeah.
As I told you, we are here to impact, right?
Yeah.
So you tell someone, if someone is worse, if someone is in your career, even someone who is higher and feels you, he can learn anything from you. Yeah. That's
And
it,
not only about learning, but also relating to you.
What you're
we
going
need,
through.
Yeah, we need to relate to each other. I'd like to give an example of, is it Einstein? Who was chased away from school because he was so dumb. I'm pretty
I think
sure
it's Ford.
we
Yeah.
have all been in school, and there's this subject that just makes you feel so dumb. So me, I relate to Einstein in that way, because he was literally, I wasn't chased out of school, but I know what it feels like to be dumb. But when it comes to business, when it comes to money, we don't have such stories.
Yeah.
Everyone is making it. Everyone wants to show you when they're in Dubai. They want to show you when they're at the Seychelles Islands.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everyone wants to show you that story.
Yeah.
I feel like you're only relating to a few people, and you're missing the majority of the
Yes.
population, because we want to relate to you. You cannot inspire me without me relating to you. So I feel like we really, really need to tell our stories. Tell your story in each and everything that you do, because I want to think what makes us Gen Z is the fact that we relate to each other. Like, you would never find a Gen Z say something that another Gen Z is not going to relate to.
True.
So our generation, I feel like it's
So
backbone
connected.
Yes. It's relationship. It's not transactional. So
Yeah.
I feel like we value relationships more than anything. So I feel like if we really want to make an impact, because right now we're telling our stories to every one of you. So yes, I really feel like I really needed people who are going to share their story of how they made what they have, or how they've become who they are today. Yes, and not like skipping, like, give me everything. I want to know the whole gist from like the genesis to where you are right now.
Yeah. Speaking
Yes.
of Genesis, I have firsthand experience from the sort of advice that we get online. You understand? In the past 4 years, I think I've started 3 side hustle businesses, right?
Okay.
And every single person will tell you online, find a side hustle to do. Find a side hustle, like 7 streams of income. You get, that's the most common knowledge I've ever heard about earning money, the 7 streams of income. So a few years ago, I wish someone had told me that not every 7 stream of income is gonna work, right? Because I remember when I first thought about starting the 7 streams of income, firstly, I had to learn that not every business can be done by you. Why? Because every business requires different amounts of capital, right? So after you navigate the capital, then you have to navigate getting the products, right? Product that meet your sort of business that you'd like to start. Then after you've got the products, then you have to market them. Then after marketing them, then you have to go through bad service providers, then you have to go through bad deliveries, then you have to go through losses. So I can tell you firsthand that I really wish someone had actually created a playbook for a side hustle, especially for us, the Gen Zs, right? Because the honest truth is that so many people give us advice, but you find yourself starting from scratch so many times that you give up and you're like, you know what? I'm stopping here. I'm not gonna do this anymore because there is no one that's giving us the actual playbook of, you know what, this is how you actually do it. But I find that whenever you seek out, we don't necessarily need to be handheld to be like, oh, let me hold your hand through this process. But at least if the people that share financial information, actually, I think they need to experience it before they go ahead to give the advice. You get it? Because every single person will tell you 7 streams of income, but that 7th stream came from a single thing that they did so well that it was able to birth the 7. But no one ever explains all of these things to you. But like we said, that's the purpose of this podcast, that we are trying to get as many real people as we can to come and explain to us how they've been able to make it as Gen Zs, or even if they're millennials, how they've been able to get to where they are, so that as a generation, I believe we are able to do better and grow and scale beyond that which we're doing at the moment. So, like we've spoken, from what we wish we knew, what we wish was available. If, let's say, no one came, like there's that thing that people say of no one is coming. What do you wish, like what confuses you most about money that you wish like you could figure out?
Okay, thank you so much. I'm going to speak about 2 things. Yeah. First of all, I'm going to first tell you about what confused me before. Then I'm going to tell you what confuses me now. I thought fixing your finances or being in a better financial place has something to do with hard work. I don't think like that right now.
Oh, wow.
I know hard work is needed in your success, but it's not the only raw material. And some time back, I thought maybe I need to be disciplined, like how they have always told me, my family and like my parents, like be disciplined, then work hard. But I think right now, they are all raw materials plus other things.
True.
Yeah, that we shall be speaking about, of course, yeah, but so that's it. Then what confuses me right now is the gap between rich people and broke people. It really confuses me because you find broke people, they are showing up every day, they are putting in the work.
Yes.
But really, the harvest is small. And the rich people, however, they are working less, they are chilling, and then you hear Elon Musk, he has been, like, he literally doubles his net worth. Like, these days on how many billion, now he doubles it. That's why I have a problem with their stories, because if you have been rich, and I've been broke, and you show me your journey, and I have the hard work, have everything. Why can't I put food on my table?
True.
Yeah, at least I don't want to be like you exactly, but at least if you have a net worth of 100 million Uganda shillings, at least let me add and be at 150 if I try and follow what you're
telling me.
You understand?
True.
So that confuses me, and I'm yet to learn, but I think it's all the mindset. You understand? So the mindset and some other things that I'm yet to realize because I'm young, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm young, and that confuses me in particular, yeah.
Sure.
What confuses me about money? Oh, that's a weird question. Because I'm trying to figure out what confuses me about money. I feel like what confuses me about money is when do you know that you're making money? When do you know that money is enough? And when do you know that you need to make more money? And is money ever going to be enough? Like, are you ever going to reach a point where money is not that's the object of your desire? I feel like it's like a cycle that we're endlessly living in, because you can see the likes of Bill Gates. He still wakes up every morning to make money.
True.
And he's like rich. So I'm here thinking, okay, like I am not Bill Gates, but I also have to wake up every morning to find a way to make money. So does the cycle ever end? And would I ever find satisfaction in money? So I have a lot of these questions. I feel like that is what confuses me about money. Like, will it ever be enough? When do I know that it's enough? When do I know that I need to add? When do I have to separate my search for money to things that I need to work on personally? Because I've seen a lot of people that have lost themselves in this pursuit for money.
True.
And that's not the person that I want to be. But then when you tell someone something like that, they are going to start judging you. They think you're lazy. They think you don't want to make money. You're not ready to make money and what. But I don't want money to be my God. I want to be the God of money. Because as a Christian, that is how it should be. Money should not be my God. But how am I supposed to be its God if I don't know when it will ever be enough? So I have all of these questions about, I think that's what brings the confusion for me.
Yeah, but I think some of the things we are trying to carry as Gen Zs is like we are looking for answers that even the past generations don't have. You understand? Just because now, like what she's saying, she's saying, how will she get satisfied and what? You could ask that question to probably the millennials and other generations, and they couldn't find the answer.
The answer, true.
So I think, of course, as we work hard and do whatever we're doing, we also have to reduce the pressure on us. Yeah. So you do your things, but don't overpressure yourself. That's just a small advice to a sister and a fellow Gen Z.
True. Okay. Very true. What confuses me about money is the ability it has to sort of blind people from the things that matter, really. Because you see, when you're not careful with money or your pursuit with money, you'll find that it replaces the important things in your life, right? Like with our generation, we see it a lot. You find someone sacrificing a friendship because they are looking for money. Or even we have people on social media that make it seem like money is the ultimate goal. If you don't have money, you don't have life. Yes, money is important to make things run, but I think there's a lack of information on how to make sure that there's other things that can contribute to your life outside of money and it running your life and everything. Actually, I'd like to take this opportunity to ask people out there to comment down below what confuses you the most about money. I'm very sure there's people out there that will be very open to replying to our questions, or better yet, we could find a guest that could just give us answers to the questions that we have. So if you do have a question, you feel something confuses you about money, please do write it down in the comments below. And you never know, you could find a reply. You never know, we could find a guest that could actually give you a reply for what is actually confusing you about money. Next, I'd like to ask you guys, what was your I was actually broke moments? I know we've not had that long, but what was your I was so broke moments, and how was it like?
I've had
How was it
so
like?
many.
How was it like?
I've had so many.
Yes.
I guess me, it's right now at university, because I look at some luxuries that my classmates or my age mates are able to afford.
True.
Right? And you're telling yourself, it cannot be that expensive. So you reach out to someone, you're like, oh, I love shoes so much. I love shoes so much. So every time I see a shoe I like, I want to ask someone, like, where do you get the shoe from? How much does it cost? And then someone's going to tell you 200 bob. I'm like, oh, okay, 200 bob. As a Christian, you speak in faith, you're like, no, that's not a lot of money. That's not a lot of money. But if you just sit down and you're like, okay, can you really spend 100? Can you spend like 200K on a pair of shoes? I'm like, yes, if I had the money, but I don't. But I don't.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the times I realized, like, oh, okay, Michelle, I don't want to speak it, but you're not as well off as the rest of the people. Then let me see which other times, but mostly it's usually looking at that. It's not in a comparison kind of way, because I'm content with my life. But obviously there's some times where you want to spoil yourself, where you want to buy yourself something nice, and you realize, I cannot afford that luxury. I cannot afford that luxury like the rest of the people can. So I think those are some of the moments that make me feel like, you're not there yet. Yes, I would not like to say broke. I would say I'm not there yet.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a tricky question, by the way. Yeah, but I have a few experiences, and one of them was I was out with friends. Yeah, and I don't say I had money, but I thought I had money. I thought I had money. I prepared for that day. So we had a friend in my circle. He was spending like a crazy amount of money. I don't want to maybe speak about the digits, but it was like a crazy amount of money, and most of people in my circle like seemed fine about it. So they were like, yeah, if you prepare for a day, so it's okay to spend this amount of money, right? Then I was like, these friends of mine. But as I grow, I realize, there is always a bigger fish. You understand? There is always a bigger person. So, if I had the ability to get everything I want, I wouldn't mind if someone is spending maybe for lunch or what. But it's about me. Yeah, that's why I try as much as I can to reduce the pressure.
Yeah.
Because probably you're going to see something, you're going to go on someone's social media and see they're going to Dubai, they're going to anywhere, they're going to Rome, Italy, and you'll be like, I wish I did, but you don't know what
they've gone through to get the money.
Maybe it could either be better, it could be worse. So just you reduce all the pressure. But that was the moment I was like,
I think the moment I felt the most broke, I would say, was most probably at campus. And the reason I say that was like when you're in high school, I think the first year of campus, when you're in high school, there's a way your parents are giving you money. Everything is at the same level. You're in uniform. The things that differentiate you from other people are very small, right? But when I joined campus is when I realized that, oh, wait, it's not the same, because someone is going to come driving their car because their parents can afford to give them a car. Someone is going to have a MacBook. Someone is going to have
The latest iPhone.
The latest iPhone.
The latest
someone is
Samsung.
going to have the latest Samsung. Someone is going to have someone is going to afford to go out every single night. And
someone's
you're
going to
going to
have your
sit down
dream life.
and have a calm moment with yourself and be like,
Yeah, but that goes back to what I was saying. There is always a bigger fish, yeah.
true, there is always a bigger fish. But I think for me, that was the time I felt like, oh, wow, this is actually possible, right? This is actually possible. So from that, one of the advice that we are given is to, one, work, right? And as we are working, there's a lot of things that we try out, right? But I believe there is someone out there that is thinking of trying out something, right? Or they've tried and it is not going their way, right? But they have the desire to make the money. So, like, in the same spirit of how we were saying that we would love to hear the stories, is there something that you have tried and it did not work, but you feel like maybe your journey, maybe it worked? Okay, let's say, is there something that you've tried and it didn't work, or something that you tried that worked and you feel that someone out there could, actually benefit from it, from you sharing that story?
Okay, thank you so much. Personally, there is something that I tried and didn't work out. Yeah. And it was Forex trading.
Okay.
Yeah. So I tried Forex trading, and unfortunately it didn't work out. But by then, when I was trying it out, I thought maybe I was pursuing something different at the time. So I thought maybe I was not giving it enough time. But after I had finished that thing, I realized even if I had given it the time, it was not going to work out for me. No bad blood against Forex, because I have friends who are actually doing Forex trading, and they are growing. But that's one thing that I tried and it actually didn't work out. I'm not proud of failing, but I just.
So would you advise someone to try out Forex trading?
I would advise someone to try out Forex trading, but I would tell them the dark side, and I would first see how ready they are. If they wanted to see it as a side hustle, as a get rich quick business, I wouldn't advise. Yeah, so that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
So if you're trying Forex trading, it's not a get rich quick thing. You need to have your head on straight. Yep. Michelle?
Something that I've tried that has been successful. I wouldn't say I've tried it for a long time, but I have tried doing gigs, I think, marketing gigs mostly. And yeah, I'm pretty sure for the people that I worked with, it was a success for the different products that they were marketing. My advice would be do something that you're passionate about. Do something that you love. Why would I say that? I would say that because even when times got rough, when times were tough, because I loved what I was doing, I would still wake up every morning and go and do the same thing. And it gave me fulfillment. So if you're out there, you want to start a business, you want to get like a small certificate or anything, please make sure that it's something that you are passionate about, something that you like, something that aligns with your personality, something that aligns with your 5-year plan. Something that you wouldn't mind doing over and over again. So yeah, that would be my advice. I root for doing something that you love, because when you love something, it's self-motivation enough for you to keep on going. Yes.
Yeah, and maybe to add on what you're saying, I realized as I was doing Forex trading at that time, I never loved it.
True.
Yeah, I just thought as something maybe to just go and look for them and invest money and get money and do what I love outside after getting the money.
Yeah.
So I think that could be one of the reasons why it didn't work out. Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, I think I relate also with what you have said, because the things I've tried out that didn't work was business. And this is from service types of business. I've tried to do photography, I've tried to do videography, I've tried to do clothes, I've tried to do food. So it goes back down to you loving what you are doing, right? But then what I've tried that has actually worked is to get, like she said, either gigs or a job that is in line with something that you like. Why? Because I feel that when you find a job that is in line with something that you like, you're going to earn money that is then going to support your other exploits, right? For example, I know of girls that would love to dress well, smell nice, and do all of these things, right? But you've never really reached out to think, what would a career in something like this look like? You get it? Or what if I found a job to do for these 6 months that can then support what I am doing, right? So for me, I feel that what has worked for me is to sort of look for things that I can do that I like, that give me money to then support the other things that I may not be ready for financially to actually pursue and, go all about.
Maybe also to add something else, I'd like to say that do not be afraid to try out things. If it's a business, start it. Even if it fails, trust me, you're going to learn, you're going to build muscle. So if you have a business idea, crazy as it seems, if you have the capital, if you can get the capital, go for it. And also, what I said of doing something in line with what you want, sometimes you may never know what is in line with what you want, but do something. Do something, like I wouldn't say avoid being idle, but have something going on in your life. Because I was recently watching an interview of Joram, the owner of Joram Modeling. So he was telling us his story, and I was actually very, very inspired by his story because, like we said, he didn't leave out anything. He talked about how when he was at university, the degree he was doing, but he was also working as a waiter in a certain restaurant here in Uganda. And he said he never lost the vision that he had. He knew that he wanted to make it big in Uganda in the fashion industry, and he has done it. But the fact that he was a waitress, like you would never imagine that someone that is a waitress is now owning one of the biggest modeling agencies in Uganda. But I feel like even when he was a waitress, he did not neglect his fashion. I feel like he would be one of those waiters that you meet in a restaurant that is smart.
True.
That is doing something unique.
True.
So I feel like that brings us back to doing something that you love. Yes, he was a waitress, but I feel like he went an extra mile to, dress well, go for like these different fashion shows, see how fashion shows are done, do modeling. He did say that he actually did do modeling. So you'd see that, yes, sometimes we do certain things because we need the money, which is good, but that's what I was saying before, like, do not let money make you lose sight of who you are. Because if there's anything, I think my Christian faith has taught me is that you can always make money in anything as long as you love it.
True.
As long as you love it, no matter how many times or how much people despise it, if it's something that you love and you give it your all, it will eventually manifest and do something big for you. So yes, you can just don't lose sight of who you are and the vision that you have for yourself. You can do all of this because it's very rare to find part-time gigs or like businesses that are in line with what you are. But like she said, find something to fund what you want. But also be yourself in whatever you're doing that is maybe not what you want. Don't forget to be yourself and have your vision at the back of your mind. Yes.
Okay, so going into, you've shared all of this, and I think I like how all of you have shared. But I don't think every single Gen Z out there carries the same, maybe, beliefs about money. So I'd like to ask, what changed your mindset?
Personally, what changed my mindset was when I realized like the people were giving me, like the money they were giving me some time back was no longer enough for me. So I had like to cope up with the environment and find out and figure out ways to make money, because now you've been like the money they've been giving you has been enough for you. You're no longer in high school now. You go to the outside world. Your pocket money is not going to help you maybe to move out. You understand? So I realized like, okay, they were giving me the money, but I was like, I need to change and maybe figure out ways I can make myself happier. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
What changed my mindset was, I think it's similar to his.
Yes.
You reach a point where you realize your parents' money is no longer enough. But then also, I come from a family where my dad has priorities. So some of these priorities are not, like some of my priorities are not his priorities. So sometimes you find yourself where you need to get like a different source of income for you to cater for your priorities.
True.
But then another thing is, I personally do not see myself in employment. Yes, I do not see myself in employment. I do not see myself having to wait for salary at the end of the month. I am patient, but I am not that patient, not after I've put in my hard work. I'm not saying I would not go for a job, but I realize that I need to find something now that after I graduate or after I'm done with university is going to do what salary does for people that I employed. So I need to find that now. I need to find that source of income now. And I think, I think that for me, that was my biggest realization. The fact that I don't think I am built for employment. I'm not disregarding employment in any way, but I think as you discover yourself, you do realize that there's some things that are just not for you. And I'm not saying employment is not for me. I'm just saying, with the people that I've seen who are employed, I don't think I want to be a part of that cycle. So I told myself that I need to find something that is going to generate for me enough income that when I'm done with university, I don't want to have to look for a job. I want to sit back and do like my business or do something that is going to get me enough income to sustain myself. I want to create employment for other people, but I want to create employment my way, not the way everyone else does it. So I think for me, that's what changed my mindset.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. What changed my mindset was COVID, and it changed my mindset in the sense that I saw how everything could end, and it changed my mindset to be the most flexible I have ever been. Like, I will find myself being flexible with everything. Right? That means that I take time to learn things, I take time to learn new skills, and then I adapt them to who I am as a person. Because in COVID, I realized how even the richest person, right, was stuck. You understand? I realized how even if you had salary, I realized even if you had a booming business in that season, like if you could not think in that time, that was it for you. So for me, that changed my mindset on how I perceive money, work, and all of these things. Another thing that has changed my mindset is really God, right? Understanding the true identity or the true meaning behind why God created money for man has really changed how I earn, how I perceive the things that people do in regards to money, and how, as a person, I kind of steward the money that comes to me. So for me, that has been one of the things that have actually changed my mindset.
Okay.
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to add?
No,
Yeah. So we'd like to go into our next kind of final segment where we ask a few rapid fire questions and you share what comes to your mind. You don't have to think about it. I think this is where if you are someone that takes offense very fast, this is where you log off the episode and go do something else. Yeah. So first questions, what's a financial red flag in our generation?
On the personal basis?
Yeah. Any.
Okay, I think my financial red flag would be entitlement.
Okay.
You understand?
Dig deeper.
Okay, let me try. So it's like we're in a economy. I'm not saying we are broke, but we are yet to earn the digits we want.
Yeah.
So if I go out and do something, it does not necessarily, it's not like we have to share or like we have to divide, of course. And that does not mean I could get a gig and make some money. And if I get the money and don't share with you to your expectations, that doesn't mean I don't care about you. You understand?
True.
That doesn't mean I don't like you or I've got like small bread and now I'm trying to ignore you. Yeah. So I feel like we should feel less entitled to anyone, by the way.
True.
Family, friends, colleagues. So if you get a gig, lower expectations. If your friend gets a gig, lower expectations. When you lower expectations, it decreases on the disappointment, I may say. Because now if I get money and you be like, it's his money. If I happen to tip you, let's say 100, you're going to feel so happy about it because you're not expecting it.
Yeah.
But if you be like, Raymond has got some money, so let me wait for plans at the weekend.
Yeah.
If Raymond doesn't call you, you're going to be like, hey, the guy made money and he didn't invite me. So I think to cut things short, entitlement. Yeah.
What's a financial red flag?
I don't know
in our generation.
I don't know, people who are afraid to spend money.
Okay.
No. Okay, I wouldn't say afraid, but there are people that are so attached to their money that even talking about your money, it's like they're offended.
Yes.
By it.
I think it's an entitlement. You were saying.
Yes.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, like people are offended when you just like when you tell like someone, let's hang out, the first thing that comes to their mind is I don't have money, or like, no, we should go to a cheap place or something like that. So I would say another thing is like people that spend their money without thinking. What do I mean? Okay, this is because it could come off in different ways, but this is what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is like, let's say we say we're going to go out to a restaurant with like your friends. So I think if you have your money, you're going to like first go and look at the restaurant's menu and like see which food is in your budget. But then we have people, you go to the restaurant and they literally order for things they can't afford. And then time for paying, they're looking at you to like chip in for them. So I feel like that is a red flag for me. And if you ever do that, I don't know if I'll feel comfortable inviting you to go out with me again. Because when we are doing these things, I think it's all of us plan. So I think people who do not plan for their money. Yes, people who do not. I know sometimes you want to spend a bit recklessly, but at least let it be
in a reasonable
amount.
Okay.
Yes.
Financial red flag for me is you put in this amount to get this amount. That's why.
But I think that's everyone's red flag, right?
Like the minute someone tells me you put in this to get this, I'm like, no.
Far from me.
No. That's where I end. Because if it's not an investment that I know is, if it's, why do you need my money to, I think something you said, where I'm the product, I am the actual product. You get it? That it is me, the more people, it's usually, you put in this to put in this, the more people you get, the more money you earn. That's where I end, and that's the last of it. I'll actually disappear from there like that. So next question is, what's something you'll always spend on no matter what?
She can go first.
No matter what.
I have a few. It's not one thing. It's not one thing. Something that I'll always spend on no matter what. I think it's clothes. Clothes. If I have them, if I see something that I like and I have the money, if I starve for the rest of the week, I will be fine. As long as I have it in my wardrobe, I am content. Then the other thing I'd say is shoes. If I have money to buy a pair of shoes, I am going to go and buy it. I do not care about what next month is going to bring. I'm going to buy it. Then I would say cravings. I'm not going to say food, but cravings. If I crave something and I have the money to buy it, please, I'm going to buy it. Yeah, those are my three.
Okay. I think something, actually there are many because we are young. Right? Yeah. So I think the things I would spend money on no matter what. First of all, colognes, perfumes. I'm so big on them. Yeah. I'd like perfumes. Yeah. And my friends know. Then something I would also spend money on is making people feel happy. You know, I'm not a crowd pleaser, but I would do anything to make my friends feel better.
Yeah.
You understand? So in the end, I end up spending more than I had expected. But I used to beat my chest so much about it. But as I grow, I realize you're just here. Like, if it's just take your friends out if you can, and if you know it won't inconvenience you, have a good time. If you can, that's all.
I think I'd also add friends and family on my list.
Of course, my family are my friends.
Yes. If I have money and I've been seeing this restaurant, I'll just tell my friends, you know what?
Let's go.
Let's go out.
What's something I always spend on no matter what? I love good food. So for me, good food, I'll always spend on good food. And then anything that's going to make my life easier.
Okay.
If it's a tool that I know that it's going to make my life easier in any way, I'll spend on it. Next question. What's the most delusional or stupid thing you've spent money on?
Oh, delusional in what way?
Like, it didn't make sense why you spent money on it, but you spent money on it.
It didn't make sense why. Let me see. I have a lot, but they've just all decided that today is not the day for me to talk about them.
Yeah.
But I usually, I think there was a time, I don't remember. I think it was a piece of cloth that I bought because I saw it on social media. You know how like these people market on social media?
Yeah.
They market it a lot, so you see it a lot and it starts to look good. Till when you purchase it and you try it on and you're like, this is not in line with my aesthetic, it's not in line with whatever choice I want to. Like so it's just there in your closet. It's a bit pricey, but it's just there. Just look at it. So I think that's the most, I think, delusional or stupid purchase I have ever made. Also, food. I'm not going to mention the restaurant. I am not going to mention the restaurant, but I have fallen victim to good marketing strategies or good advertising. So yes, there's this restaurant we went to. It really pains me a lot when I spend money on food that is not good. It really pains me to the core. So we went to this restaurant. It has been overhyped. Me and my friends go there. And during that time, I didn't even have the money. But I'm like, you know what? Buy the food. I buy the food, and it was the worst food I have ever eaten. I could not believe my taste buds. I could not even believe myself. I just, those times where you just eat the food because you spent your money on it. But time reaches where you're like, you know what, it's okay, take the money because of how bad the food. So I think that's another stupid thing that I've spent money from food that is not good.
Okay. So, something delusional I spent my money on. Fortunately or unfortunately, I have never, because most of the times I make calculated moves. And I care about the feeling more than, So sometimes I've spent money in a way that someone might think I shouldn't have spent it. But when I reflect and remember how I felt in the moment, I'd be like, it was worth it.
Yeah.
So I maybe I'm young, it's yet to come, maybe I'm going to do something and But as of now, I don't think there is anything that like crazy amount of money I've spent and regretted. Yeah.
I think the most delusional payment like churches have made, those courses or like those things, those digital things they sell online where they're telling you, I'm selling this, you're going to find all of this information, and then you buy it and you're like, did I just buy 2 pages at this amount of money? Yeah, that's one of the most delusional things. I find that it pains me to this day. And I've never paid for anything like that ever again.
Okay.
Because it was the most painful money I have ever paid because I was trying to better myself.
Okay.
And you're scammed.
And I was scammed. So it pains me till this day.
No.
Next question is, what's your current goal?
I have a lot of goals. I usually take advantage of my age. I'll be like, sometimes I don't like handling a lot, but sometimes I'll be like, you're young. The more risks you take,
the better.
The riskier, like you grow a risk muscle, the better you have the experience. So now, my goals, there are a lot. Of course, I have a lot of goals, but I think I have things that I've set, and I'll be like, no matter what I do, I have to come back to this. So now it would be very hard for me to speak all my goals here, but I can speak about like a few things. I feel like at least I have to be in line with this.
Like what's the one thing at least for this year?
This year? That's a very short time frame, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So one of my goals is to impact. You understand where I'm from, my friends. Yeah, as I realized, like most people, I don't know if it's in the circles I'm in, but most people, like you have friends, but for example, like here, if they ask you like, how have you impacted your friends and how have they impacted you? Is it for the better or for the worse? When you start asking such sensitive questions, people are like, man, not overthink life here. But I know that they don't like each other, but they just don't think about it so much. Be like, let me impact my friend in this way and in that way. And I think I realized that last year. And from then I've tried to my friends. I know they're going to watch this and they're going to realize how I've been trying. And usually when you do good, you get good in return. So, and they have also impacted me. So my goal is to impact, then to grow that impact from my circle to a wider area. You understand? So that's my goal as of now. Plus other personal goals. Let me save them for later.
Yes, what's your current goal?
What's my current goal? I wouldn't say I have a current goal. It's more of a priority. Priorities, yes. But I think my ultimate goal in life is to fulfill the scripture, Matthew 5:16, which I'm not going to quote the exact scripture, but it says, let your light shine before men. So it's more of like, let your light shine before men so they can see God in you and glorify him. So I think in everything that I do, I try as much as I can to represent the God in me. I try to extend grace. I try to love because God is love. But then what are some of my priorities this year, which I guess at the end of the year, there'll be goals that I've achieved. So at the end of the year, I'm learning a language. And I think by the end of this year, I want to be at least at the 3rd level. Yes. So then another thing is I want to focus more on my academics. Yes, I really want to put in the work and see how it goes. Then I also want to spend more time with my friends and my family. I want to, I want to hang out with them, get to know more about, because each and every day you're learning something new about someone. Then I think another goal that I have is to get out of my comfort zone. Do things that Michelle last year didn't do things that Michelle in 2023 did not do. and do things that I think 13-year-old Michelle would be proud of. She would be so happy that I did them. Yes, so I'm getting out of, that's one of my getting out of my comfort zones and doing things I don't usually do. Yes.
All right. My goal, I think we're even doing it right now, is to impact my generation of people in terms of finances, financially. I believe everything that I'm doing, from this podcast, my career, all of that, is to sort of impact the generation that I'm in. So that's one thing that I'm actively pursuing. There's a lot more, but at least in line with this year, it's one of the things that I am putting my mind actively to. Yeah. To close this segment, I would say, do you guys think we will figure it out as a generation? Like figure out adulthood, finances, and all of that?
I think there's hope.
Yeah, I think we're going to figure it out because for my reasons, I like keeping things personal. I don't want to think for anyone out there, but I think we're going to figure it out because people, the Gen Zs, they have the knowledge. What we need is to take action. You understand? This year I'm doing things that I've been thinking about for quite a while now. So I think that's one way me as a person, I've tried to take action this year. You understand?
Yeah.
So if we could figure it out, if you want to, that's what I will say. If you want to figure it out, we could do that.
Yeah.
Because we have whatever it takes. We just need to add in the element of taking action. Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, I think there is hope for our generation making it. And why do I say there's hope? Because I've seen a few people in our generation who have made it. So I think we just need to ask them how they've done it and also look within to start with ourselves, because I believe that change starts with you as a person. Whatever you want to see in the world, you have to first, it comes from within. So, and I feel like this is a generation that wants to do things different. So if we keep on the course, if we stay focused and do our thing, I feel like we should stop listening to the voices from the previous generation and embrace our generation as Gen Zs. Because what is holding us back is that we're trying to impress the older generations, which is not a bad thing, but we should also embrace our generation. And once we embrace our generation, I think we'll find a way to make it work within our generation. We'll find a way to make it within our generation according to our terms, so the generations that come after us are also, I think what we should pass on is do things in your generation, do things your way. Do not try to bring something in the previous generation into your generation. So I feel like if we embrace Gen Zs as ourselves, learn from each other and look at people in our generation that are making it, that have made it, but also learn from the previous generations and maybe try to switch up a few things, we will get there. I'm actually positive that we are going to be one of the greatest generations that this world has seen.
Okay, that's nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for making it for today. This was so lovely. Now, if you guys would love us to explore any topic, if you have a question, please do comment it down below. This is just episode 1 of what we are doing, and we're so excited for what we are going to be able to do. We would love to have real money conversations with real stories that are going to impact you and change your mind and make you the best version of yourself. So if you have not made up your mind, please do subscribe, share this with someone that this will actually impact, or they will just enjoy it. And we'll see you in our next episode.